Let's be real for a second. You've seen it. Maybe you were scrolling through Instagram late at night and you saw that celebrity, you know the one, who suddenly looks totally different. Or maybe you were at a family BBQ last weekend and instead of talking about football or the weather, everyone was whispering about the shot. Did she take it? Is he on the pen? Can you believe how much weight he lost? Welcome to America in 2026, where the American dream isn't just about a house with a white picket fence anymore. Now, it's about a prescription. We are living through a crazy time right now. Suddenly, losing weight doesn't look like sweating in a gym or counting calories. It looks like a weekly injection. Drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy have completely taken over the conversation. They are everywhere. You can't open a magazine or watch the news without hearing about them. But here is the million-dollar question that nobody is really answering. Is this actually fixing our health, or are we just looking for an easy way out? I decided to dig into the latest numbers from the Pew Research Center, actual facts, not just internet gossip. And what I found, well, it's complicated. And honestly, it's a little heartbreaking. First, we have to look at the scoreboard. And the scoreboard says we are losing. Pew Research dropped a hard number on us, 4 out of 10. That is how many adults in the U.S. have obesity. Not just a few extra pounds from the holidays. We're talking about serious obesity. Look around a crowded room, a bus, or a restaurant. Almost half the people there are struggling with this battle every single day. And because the problem is so big, everyone knows about the solution. The data shows that more than half of us hear about these weight loss drugs all the time. It's in the news, on social media, in our group chats. It's actually pretty wild. Women, especially those over 65, are seeing this stuff constantly. You literally can't escape it. But here's the twist. You would think, with all this hype, we'd be celebrating, right? You'd think we'd be saying, "Hooray, the problem is solved. We won." Nope. Here's the cold, hard truth. Most Americans don't believe the hype. Only about 16% of people think these drugs will actually make a big dent in obesity for the whole country. Think about that for a second. We're obsessed with these drugs. We talk about them constantly. But deep down, we don't think they're going to save us. Why is that? Why the skepticism? To understand why, we have to talk about how we feel about weight. And this is where things get really interesting. For years, decades actually, society told us a simple lie. We were told, if you're heavy, it's your fault. You're lazy. You just need to try harder, eat a salad, and go for a run. Well, guess what? That story is finally changing. According to the data, 65% of Americans now believe that willpower alone is not enough to lose weight and keep it off. Let that sink in. For the first time, we're admitting that bodies are complicated. It's about biology, hormones, and genetics. It's not just about having weak character. That is a huge relief for millions of people who have blamed themselves their whole lives. But there's a dark side to this miracle, and it's the price tag. These drugs are expensive, really expensive, and that's creating a new divide in this country. We have the haves and the have-nots. If you have great insurance or a big bank account, you get to be thin and healthy. If you don't, you're left behind. And then there's the judgment. Oh yeah, we still judge people. The data shows we're okay if you take the drug because you have a weight-related disease like diabetes. But if you take it just to look good in a swimsuit, people really don't like that. We get suspicious. We get critical. So we're stuck in this weird middle ground. We know it's a medical issue, but we still side-eye people who take the easy way to look better. So here we are. We have a country struggling with weight, we have a powerful drug that works but costs a fortune, and we have a society that's confused about how to feel. What do we do now? If you look at the facts, the path forward isn't about just handing out prescriptions to everyone. First, we need to stop the shame game. If 65% of us agree that willpower is not the whole story, then we need to treat obesity like a complex disease, not a character flaw. We need to be kind to people. You don't know their biology, and you don't know their struggle. Second, we need to be realistic. These drugs are tools, not magic wands.
Since most people are skeptical about the long-term results, we need to focus on overall health, not just skinny bodies. A shot can't fix a bad diet, and it certainly can't fix a stressful life. And finally, we need to talk about fairness. If this is truly medicine, it shouldn't just be for the rich and famous. That's the conversation we need to be having with our insurance companies and our politicians. At the end of the day, a pill or a pen can only do so much. The real change happens in how we treat each other and how we treat ourselves. So, I want to hear from you. Do you think these weight loss shots are a blessing that will save lives, or are they just another Band-Aid on a bigger problem? Are we finally understanding biology, or are we just giving up on hard work? Drop a comment below. I really want to know your story. See you in the next video on the Business and Finance channel. Thanks for watching.